Well, I think we have to retire this and my cameras and all my gear because I think our jobs as filmmakers and videographers might be ending. Well, let me put this back. Oops. Well, not quite yet there, but OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, a couple of days or a few days ago just announced their new model of video generated with text. And you may already be familiar with generative fill and Photoshop's AI or just text to photo, image generation, which was the craze the last couple of years. But now you get very realistic video. And it's really scary, but really cool and exciting at the same time. But let's dive into it. First, I'm gonna show you Pika.art, which is another one that I've been testing the past few months. And then we'll dive into SORA, which is OpenAI's just insanity. So I've been testing Pika.art for a couple of months, and although it's in its very early stages, some of the results that they're able to produce are actually quite cool. So I'm just gonna play around with it real quick to show you how far AI has come along in terms of the video, and then I'll show you SORA, which is just completely mind-blowing. But let's just type, for example, let's see, bunny holding I said bunny because I have a pet bunny. Punk themed set. The drawback with the Pika is that it can only generate 3-second videos. This is the result. That is pretty impressive, I have to say. That's not really a gimbal, or maybe it is kind of like a gimbal. You can see that the bunny looks pretty cool, like the entire scene is in cyberpunk style, but there's still quite a bit of flaws. There's like a human finger here, a human nail, or a human hand over here, and just some parts are not 100% there yet, but very impressive nonetheless. Enter OpenAI SORA. And OpenAI, if you don't know, they're the company behind ChatGPT, so you know that they're good and they know what they're doing. So this is an AI model that lets you create realistic and imaginative scenes from text instructions. So you create video from text. Right now it's still enclosed, so I think they've only allowed a few people early access, but on their website they are able to show you the prompts that they've had. We'll go over this quick example where it says, a stylish woman walks down a Tokyo street filled with warm glowing neon and animated city signage. So there is a lot of detail on this prompt. And as you can see from this video at first glance, and if you're not looking out for this to be an AI generated video, you may just pass this by being iPhone footage, cinematic mode, because there's that halo around the hair, which was very popular with iPhone cinematic footage. But overall, it looks pretty good. I mean, there are some parts here that look a little bit weird, like the person here walking in the background. But yeah, a lot of it is really realistic textures on the floor and even the reflections. So very cool. Let's look at a different one. So the prompt here is several giant woolly mammoths threading through a snowy meadow. Their long woofy fur, a very detailed prompt. This is what it looks like. I mean, if I did not know this was generated by AI, I would think this was actually 3D work by a 3D artist. I really can't tell if there's any flaws. Maybe at the end here, there's a flaw here, how this mammoth blends with the trees a little bit. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. This is one that is super impressive. So this is actually a prompt for a movie trailer featuring the adventures of a 30-year-old spaceman wearing a red wool knit motorcycle helmet, blue sky, salt deserts, cinematic style, shot on 35mm film. And this is important because we're going to see how AI attempted to reproduce the 35mm filmic look. Let's take a look. This is actually pretty insane. If I did not know this was AI, I would think that this was an actual video that somebody actually shot. Even the person here looks very realistic. I wouldn't think that they were AI generated. This one is really cool as well. Papercraft world of coral reefs. This is really insane. And this is inside a cup of coffee. So even if you're shooting product videos, you might not have a job in a couple of years. And going back to this shot here, This is completely AI generated. Again, it looks very, very realistic, and I can see this being AI being very useful when looking for stock footage. Sometimes you may be talking about a certain thing, maybe you're creating a video for a brand or anyone else, and you need specific stock footage and you can't find it anywhere. This might be a way for you to get very specific with the type of stock footage that you want. Historical footage of California during the gold rush. This looks really, really legit. I mean, there's some mistakes here, like in the horses, like there, that's a weird horse right there. And yeah, that's kind of weird, but it's really good already. Like this could be an interesting to a Western film or a short film you're shooting, and you can just use AI to generate it. There's a ton of examples, and like this looks so realistic, this eye. You can even tell them your focal length to have depth of field. Yeah, wow. What are the implications of this kind of thing in video work for people who are in videography or cinematography, filmmaking? Is this going to completely replace us? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Or are there any creative ways or useful ways where you can adapt and just learn from the tools that you have, like AI, and just put it and mix it up into the work that you do? Filmmakers and videographers might not be out of demand yet because there's still the human element that we need to capture. So for interviews, documentaries, and stuff like that, where you have to be in the field, as long as there are no robots yet that can do that, well, some of them can, but not to the same degree or expertise that humans can.
Camera rolling, action.
Filmmakers and videographers will still have a job, but if you rely solely on stock footage for your business or you're a stock footage creator, I'll start to shift my business model a little bit just because of all of this and the implications for that, and just try to diversify your video production business. You could also take advantage of AI to just get very specific with your edits to help with streamlining your edits and making your work faster and just a lot more productive. So this is a double-edged sword, very cool, but at the same time, a little bit scary. Let me know what you think in the comments below. So that's it for today's video. But before you leave, here are a couple more videos you could probably watch next. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you there.